The Democratic Party just concluded its week-long convention filled with calls for social justice and the fight against institutional racism. But what was ignored was the long history of the Democratic Party itself. Southern Democrats led the Ku Klux Klan, and they created hated Jim Crow laws designed to segregate blacks from white society. The most prominent white supremacist Democrat was Senator Robert Byrd, who served in the U.S. Senate from 1959 to 2010. He had served as a top leader in West Virginia's Ku Klux Klan. National Review columnist John Funn notes the deep ties between the Klan and the modern-day Democratic Party.
Well, the Ku Klux Klan was founded by Democrats after the Civil War who decided that African Americans were too uppity and had to be put in their place. And they unleashed a reign of terror in the South, which again culminated in the Jim Crow laws.
Jim Crow laws stated blacks and whites couldn't sit together in restaurants, use the same bathrooms, or even marry. But the Democratic legacy gets worse. Southern Democrats not only opposed civil rights laws, they also opposed the end to lynching laws.
The Democratic Party was founded by Andrew Jackson, a slaveholder from the South. It was the primary supporter of slavery pre the Civil War, and it was the primary supporter of Jim Crow after the Civil War, and well into the 1950s and 1960s, because it was the Southern Democratic senators who would filibuster and hold up any civil rights legislation, including anti-lynching legislation.
The first civil rights bill was introduced by Republican President Dwight David Eisenhower in 1957. Lyndon Baines Johnson, the Democratic Senate Majority Leader and later the Democrats' president, led the fight against Eisenhower's bill on the Senate floor. In 1960, Eisenhower pushed through a second major civil rights initiative that sought to assure voting rights for blacks. Not a single Republican senator opposed the bill, while 18 Democrats filibustered it. Then in 1964, President Johnson's Civil Rights Act was in trouble, held up by a 60-day Senate filibuster by Southern Democrats. He turned instead to Republican Senator Everett Dirksen to help him out. Dirksen and 22 other Republicans ended up voting in favor of the act and led to its ultimate passage. The following week, Time magazine put Dirksen on its cover.
The clear majority of Republicans supported the civil rights legislation. The Democrats had a mixed record because the South unanimously opposed it, and everyone in the South from the Senate was, with one exception, a Democrat.
And most likely you don't remember Bull Connor, Birmingham, Alabama's infamous Commissioner of Safety.
You can never whip these boys if you don't keep you and them separate. I found that out in Birmingham. You've got to keep the white and the black separate.
In 1963, Connor unleashed police dogs and fire hoses against peaceful civil rights demonstrators in Birmingham, Alabama. His actions were universally denounced from coast to coast. But never mentioned was that Connor also was a member in good standing and had a seat at the Democratic National Committee in Washington. For One America News, this is Richard Pollock from Washington.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.